let's Okay guys, if you think about moving into the DMV area, that's Washington, Virginia, Maryland, you may want to hear the little topics I'm about to talk about today. Here's the things you ain't gonna find out usually unless you come here. Number one, housing. Housing up here, if you come from a place down south, housing is a whole lot cheaper down south. Renting up here is a whole lot, and owning is a whole lot. Man, ever since the recession, well, not recession, ever since the pandemic came along, prices in this area that I live in now jumped up around 30 to 50%. We talking about to get a piece of crap house will cost you $350,000 to live. To live okay, your house is gonna cost around about $400,000 and up. But if you well-to-do, you may want to get a house that costs $500,000 or $600,000 in this area. So you got to consider the rented price here and the owning price in this area. Also, if you move it up here from down south, you got to remember, up here it gets cold. So heating will cost more because it's gonna get cold up here. You can have snow on the ground for weeks, and you may have electrical heating or you may have gas heating. Usually some people have a fireplace, but if you're coming up here, you probably ain't gonna get a wood burning fireplace. So you probably have electric or gas. Just remember, you need to take into account your heating price because your heating is gonna skyrocket. Traffic is another thing that's bad in this area. Anywhere from 20 miles outside of DC and Virginia to up here in Baltimore, traffic is off the chain. My experience, traffic usually starts at or real thick at 7 in the morning to 10 in the morning, and from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the afternoon. So just be prepared. If you have to travel 20 miles, just give yourself at least an hour to get there, because sometimes you could get to DC quickly, sometimes you can't. If it's raining outside, guarantee you gonna be late, because somebody go get in a car accident and traffic is gonna be blocked up. And one thing you got to know about this area, my experience, 1 out of every 10 drivers are batshit crazy. 1 out of every 10 drivers are batshit crazy. So look out for that. Down home, people will let you in. Up here, they won't. So you got to be real aggressive if you come up here and drive. All right, insurance. When I moved up here from North Carolina, my insurance in North Carolina was $62. Then while I moved up here, same cars and everything, it jumped up to $97. So that's over $30 adjustment for insurance. Here's a tip that they won't say. The closer you get to a dominant black area, the higher your insurance will be. They base your rates off your area code. When I lived in Laurel and moved to a place near Baltimore, my insurance jumped up $15. Just because I moved 15 miles, it jumped up $15 because I'm closer to Baltimore, closer to that zip code. So you got to look out for that. Another thing up here is the people. The people are not friendly like they are in South Carolina. I guess it's my opinion. I guess if you get more people around, you got more chance of violence, more chance of somebody trying to F over you. It's people are not friendly usually up here, because when I used to work in Baltimore, when I had my employees to work for, Jesus Christ, they do things a little different. It's like no trust. Everybody's out to get you. But hospitality is very low here, so just keep that in mind. Now, another thing you have to look at is cost of living. Now, we already talked about housing, we talk about heating, but another cost of living you have is tolls. There's a lot of toll roads around here, so be prepared to pay $3 to go through a toll and $3 to go back through a toll. Also, the roads up here are shit. If you bring your car on these roads, your car will tear up slightly faster because it's more potholes, it's more rough areas in the road. When they salt when the snow comes, when they salt the whole area, it's just all that salt get up in your car, rust stuff out. So you got to look at your wear and tear on your car. Gas prices are higher here than down south, and services prices like oil change to get some repair in your car, to get some repair in your house, anything that got to do with a service, like a physical service, is more because the cost of living is more. Taxes. Maryland will tax your butt to death. They nickel and dime you on every single thing. If you want to get a gun, you gotta pay 10,000 fees to get a gun. If you want to conceal carry, you gotta pay another 10,000 fees if you want to conceal carry. And I used to live in a county called Anne Arundel County, and guess what? I had to pay taxes in Anne Arundel County. I paid my federal tax, I paid my state tax, and I paid Anne Arundel tax, and that was like $2,500 every single year. And I did that for a couple of years when I worked in Anne Arundel County. It's ridiculous. The fees are outrageous. It's just the government is in your pockets trying to get everything you got. One thing Maryland does not like, they don't like guns here. They don't like no AKs. They don't like a certain type of AR-15. They don't like no anything over 10 rounds. So I had to go to Virginia just to buy this. They don't like no 30-round magazines. Hold on. They don't like, look at this. They don't like you to transport. You got to transport your pistols in such a effed up way. It doesn't even make sense. You got to go through so many loops just to purchase a gun. For me to purchase this gun, I had to sit through a 4-hour class, get my fingerprint, did I take a test? No, I didn't have to take a test. Sit through a 4-hour class, get my fingerprints, do this, fill out a form, fill out another form, send it in, wait, and then this is a whole bunch of junk. And when you get the gun, when they finally say you're approved for the gun, I had to buy a special lock to go inside this gun so I could take it to my house. Maryland, they make it tough on guns. They don't want you to have a gun. Also up here, every gun I think after 2013, every gun, pistol you need to go to the state, type it on a computer, and say you have this gun. They want to know all your firearms, what you got in the house. Because I believe in this state, they got a law. If a person don't like you, they could go to the sheriff's office and say, this person threatened me, and the sheriff could come to your home and take all your guns. And you got to fight getting your guns back over what if, over a person's word. That's why they want to know where all your guns at, because they could take them. And it's really messed up how they got things here. Now, one thing about this area, it is a lot of government jobs, federal and local. You know, we close to DC, you know, the Washington, DC have a whole lot of federal jobs. Baltimore has a whole lot of government jobs. So it's a lot. If you're looking to get into government, this may be a good place to come, but make sure you get enough money so you can live here. $40,000, okay, $50,000 in South Carolina is not $50,000 up here. Nowhere close. So you got to remember that. And another positive thing about this area, they got a whole lot of sports teams. You have the Baltimore Ravens. You have the Redskins in DC. You got the Orioles here in baseball, and you have the Washington Nationals in baseball, and you got an NBA team down there too, the Wizards. So if you like sports, you could come here and about see any team you want to see, because the Ravens, I think the Ravens own the American League and the Washington's own the international league. So you will see a lot of different teams come to this area. So if you have a favorite team, you may not see them this year, but if you wait next year, somebody may be playing them and you get an opportunity to see some of your favorite teams. But guys, this is My Life, My Money. Make sure you hit the like channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you pick up my book right now. It's available on Amazon, and also my designs in the back. Mac and black eyed peas, mac and cheese. You know, you got Thanksgiving coming up, so it's a perfect opportunity to get one of these shirts. Guys, thank you for your time, and y'all have a good day.